Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Lena.
And your boy Kai.
And today is our first official podcast, Love is Under Construction. Our discussions will be centered on relationships, family, friends, all of that. So let's get right into it. Today's relationship topic is what?
Dating, do's and don'ts.
Okay.
Ladies, do I have a story to tell you?
Oh my goodness. Let's hear it.
I need your opinion. Was I right or wrong? Should I have done it or should I not have done it? So I went on a date with this young lady. We went to a diner around 8 p.m. I picked her up and, she was looking cute. She was looking real nice, dressed nice, looking like a snack.
Oh.
She had her hair done, nails done. Everything was dead, Makeup wasn't caked on, wasn't nothing crazy like that. Like, it was just right.
Right.
So we get to the diner and, we're having a great conversation. The food is good. And she asked me a trick question.
And what was that?
The question was, do you still miss one of your exes or do you still miss your ex? Now, she threw me a curveball because I didn't know if I should be honest with her and tell her the truth or if I should lie because I don't want her to think that my mind and stuff is somewhere else.
Right.
So, long story short, I told her the truth and I said, yes, I do miss one of my exes.
Oh.
I'm cool with all of them, but I only miss one just a little bit. It's nothing serious.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. She didn't slap you or anything, did she?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, ladies, I just want to know, was I right or wrong? Like, was I right for telling the truth or would I have been wrong for lying and not trying to mess things up?
That's a good question. Now, I'm pretty sure the ladies and the men, everybody's going to have their different opinions on what they think. But coming from a woman's standpoint, I definitely feel like you were absolutely justified for telling the truth. But I feel like the question was too soon. It was too soon, ladies. It's the first date. You shouldn't be worried about an ex or things that happened before that. This is just the beginning. Let's see where it flows. But your honesty is appreciated. But I just feel like it was too soon for the question.
So would it have been okay if I just said I would rather not talk about it?
Right. That would have been appropriate way of handling that situation instead of going into that, because again, that's a conversation for later if it went into a relationship and got further. But it's too early for that, lady. So that leads us into the points of do's and don'ts when you're dating.
All right, now I have a few do's and don'ts, but I'm gonna give 3 of each. First, the don'ts. The one most important don't is do not lie. Like, just keep it 100 from the jump. Like, there's no need to lie. The second one is don't seem needy or clingy. Like, you want to give her space. You want to make it seem like, or you should have a life of your own. You don't want to be all in her face all the time because that could turn her off. And do not compare her to girls you've been with in the past.
Right.
I'm sure women absolutely hate that. And my first do is give her space, and that ties into not being needy or clingy. You want to give her a sense of independence, and you don't want to crowd her, really. The second one is be open-minded and accepting, and I say this because it is something new. Don't go in with any expectations or standards. Well, you can have standards, but just be open-minded. Like, you don't want to...
Right. I get what you're saying. Like, understand every situation is different.
Right.
Don't play it off as if everything is going to be the same, in that you can't act how you act in your last relationship. This is a different situation, so treat every person different.
Exactly. And my last do is to respect her. This goes a long way. You want to show her that you're a gentleman and you respect women.
Right. And respect is definitely universal, and that's on both ends of the spectrum, not just for the men, but for the women as well. All right, ladies. So thank you for that, Kev. So this for the ladies, and not just for the ladies, for the men too. I have my own set of do's and don'ts for when you're dating. For the ladies, my first do would definitely be do smile a lot. Yeah, definitely let them know you're interested. Um, do as the man has to be on time, ladies, please do be on time. Be ready when he's there to pick you up at your door. Whatever the time is set, make sure that time you're ready. Okay, don't have him waiting just as you wouldn't want him to have you waiting. And the third do I will also say is do dress classy. Regardless of where the date is, be classy enough so you can set the tone for the guy to respect you. And for the don'ts, I would say don't seem too high maintenance because you want to, we all know ladies, we can be independent. We like things a certain way. And, just as what Kevin said, don't have too much high expectation of things because you don't want to come off as bougie or you're too good for that person. And another don't is don't wear too much makeup. You want to be natural. You want him to see you for you. And you don't want that person to get used to you in makeup because when it's time for the makeup to come off and he don't like what he sees, that's your fault. So don't wear too much makeup, ladies. Please just keep it simple, keep it elegant. And the third don't I would say is don't compare this guy to any of your past guys. This again also ties into what Kevin was saying. This is something totally different, totally new. So give it a new, situation, a new feel, and it's only right. It's not fair if we're being compared to what the past is, so shouldn't compare to them to what our past was either. So, ladies, those are my 3 do's and don'ts for dating.
All right, I like those do's and don'ts. So, do you have any other tips to give guys? Like what else should he do on the first date?
Definitely be a gentleman. Be chivalrous. Like we all know, the old saying, chivalry is not dead. And if it is, it's because you guys have not been doing it, and ladies, you have not been setting the tone for them to do it. Guys, please be respectful on the first date. Open doors. Be,
Okay. So
if they're cold, give them their jacket. Things of that nature. Definitely be chivalrous.
Flowers.
Yes, yes. Well, I wouldn't say the first date. If you want to, go ahead by all means. To each his own. Me personally, I don't care about flowers on the first date. I think that's something for later down the road if we actually get into a committed relationship. But definitely, men, be chivalrous to the ladies. So, what advice would you give the women on the first date from a man's perspective?
Look, you gotta look like a snack. Like, basically, just look attractive. You wanna,
right?
If you feel good, look good. You feel good.
That's right.
Like, but don't overdo it. Don't have him focus on the wrong thing.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
if all your cleavage out, I'm not gonna be thinking about what you're talking about. I'm gonna be looking at your cleavage and eating my food.
That's right, ladies. Listen to that. That's big.
And the makeup for me is just a huge. I know I said it before, but that's just a huge thing. Because what if it's just caked on? Like that's a turn off for me. I'm not. I'll still finish out the day. I'll still be generous. I'll still be a gentleman, but that's just a turn off for me.
Right. Okay, guys. Now, for the first date, let's discuss something that should be discussed. Like, what are good topics to start off the date with? Should you discuss kids, family?
Some things that I would feel are appropriate to discuss is like the general things, like are you working?
Mm-hmm.
Are you in school? Do you have any kids? What are your future goals? Like what do you want? Like do you want a serious relationship?
Right.
Do you want friends with benefits? Are you just looking for somebody to kick it with? You should be open and honest as to what you want.
Exactly. And again, guys, that ties back into when he was saying being honest, not just for the men, but for the women too. You don't want to lead a person into thinking you want something more and it's not what you want, or vice versa.
Or just going on dates because you're hungry and you know you're gonna get a free meal if you go out.
Exactly. So yeah, guys, definitely, communicate what it is that you're looking for, whether it's short term, long term commitment, fun, whatever it is, communicate that so someone isn't left hurt and looking stupid, so to speak. So yeah, that's definitely. So that leads me to another point. What about kids? Is that a deal breaker? I can't really speak for everybody else, but I have a child of my own, and if I'm going on a first date, I feel like the fact that I have a child should be communicated before the date, so I can give the person an idea of whether or not they want to still pursue me, because that's that's a black and white area. Some people prefer to be with someone with kids, and some people don't. What do you think?
I mean, it depends. Like, every dude is different. Some dudes don't, that doesn't bother them. Like, they're willing to take care of someone else's child.
Mm-hmm.
And then for some other guys, they might not want that responsibility or attachment. They want somebody to share their first kid with them. So that's a huge thing. That's why you need to ask that question: do they have kids or not?
Right. Absolutely.
But also, too, ladies, don't seem needy in a sense, or easy, or let down your standards because you have a child. Because some men do prey on women that have kids because they feel like they're easier to talk to, because I'm sure they want a male role model in their life. So some dudes use that as a way to get in.
Right. So ladies, and not just ladies, men too. There are the single fathers out here. We got to give them that. There are not just single mothers, but single fathers as well. So definitely for the single parents, I would say basically pay attention. And if you're looking for something serious, make sure the person also is looking for something serious, and that they're okay with the fact you have a child or children. So you don't feel like you're getting played and getting hurt, because evidently, like he says, we're looking for another role model for our child and to be a part of their life as well, not just ours. So be mindful of that. That's huge, guys. That's huge.
And you'll know too, like, if he's not asking no questions about your kid, never, like, that's a clear indication that he's not there.
Exactly.
He's not serious about you.
Or she's not serious about you.
All right, Lena. So I got a question for you.
Okay.
When or is it acceptable for the girl to pay for her own meal? Or if y'all go to the movies or something, like, is it okay for the girl to pay her own way? But I would say, definitely for me, the first day, I would definitely pay for everything regardless.
Right.
Like, is that a strictly relationship type thing? Like, should you wait till we get to that point to where she starts paying?
Right.
Or
like, that's a perfect question. And honestly, for me, I feel like on the first date, I don't care what it is hitting for, whether it's going to be friends with benefits, short term, long term, whatever. I feel like the man should always pay. That takes me back to the point of being chivalrous and being a gentleman. I feel like the man should always pay. The woman should not have to pay her own way, get out her wallet, reach for her credit card, whatever. No, the man should do that. And as far as the relationship goes, if it turns into something more, something serious, definitely down the line, I feel like women should, go half or pay for a date a few times. It won't hurt anything, but definitely in the first date, guys, make sure the man pays.
Okay, so should he pay and leave the tip too, or can she leave the tip? Or it's all on her?
I mean, the tip doesn't really matter. I mean, if he wants to leave the tip, if she wants to leave the tip, by all means, whoever. But as far as covering the whole tab, it definitely should be the man.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
She should have $5 on her to get
right.
The tip.
I mean, me personally, I don't mind tipping. I don't. It's not a big deal. But man, please pay, guys. Please.
Every day I've been on, I've paid for the date. Like, I don't. That's how I was raised.
Right.
The man is supposed to pay.
Right. To each his own. But I definitely feel like the man should pay on the first date.
What about the LGBT community? Like, what if there's two guys? Like, which?
Or two women.
Right. Like, who pays for it at that point?
Well, that's a good question. And honestly, that's one I cannot answer because me, myself, I am a heterosexual female. So I would say for those of the LGBT community, how does it go on first dates? How, who pays?
Please comment. Please comment. Let us know.
Right. 2 women and 2 men. But leave a comment, inbox us, whatever, just let us know how that goes, guys, because it's definitely a different situation.
Attention all listeners. Every episode we will be giving out an award. This isn't just any award. It's a special award. The You Need to Stop Award. This award goes to an individual or individuals who is out of line, out of pocket, lying, cheating, stealing, and absolutely no one is safe. And today's award goes to Mr. Bobby Wilson, a.k.a. Bobby Valentino, a.k.a. Bobby V. Mr. Words don't mean that much to me. On July 31st, a video surfaced of Bobby V running out of an apartment building or a hotel with an alleged sex escort. Now, this sex escort just isn't any old sex escort. This sex escort just so happened to be a transgender woman who caught Mr. Bobby V on video trying to leave the crime scene. Allegedly, Bobby V did not pay this woman. He's caught on video covering up his face with his shorts, butt-ass naked, with nothing but his t-shirt on. As he left the room, the transgender woman tells him, "You forgot your shoes and your keys." At least she was considerate enough to look out for Bobby V, even though he didn't pay her. Later, his representative said that he was targeted and was a victim of extortion. But a few days later, Bobby V posted a picture on Instagram which said, and I quote, hashtag, "I'm happy. People have so much hate in them that they want to steal someone else's joy. Can't steal mine." Now, I never had sex with a transgender woman, and I've never been extorted by one. But Bobby certainly can't be happy. I know I wouldn't be happy about that. I mean, unless he actually enjoyed the encounter. Bobby, I just need you to slow down and let me get an answer. If you into that, just say you into that. Why you gotta be anonymous? Don't lie. It's 2017. Bobby V, Bobby Valentino, you need to stop.
All right, guys, that concludes our first episode of our podcast, Love is Under Construction. We hope you enjoy. And please don't forget to like our page on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Love is Under Construction. It's your girl, Lena.
And your boy, Kat.
Thanks for listening.